Jesus didn't have a problem with people that's in the streets. He had a problem with religious people.
How can I help anybody when when I was not even able to help my own son?
I would never do that. I would never do that. And I became that in a matter of minutes when they took my pain pills away.
And I said, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not what I used to be.
This is Faith in Your Recovery. I am Randy Davis. Welcome to the battle.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Faith in Your Recovery podcast, a place where we share all things recovery, and we do that by interviewing those that have been affected by addiction. I'm filling in for Randy today. My name is Candy, and I am just truly honored to introduce who we're going to be talking to today. Her name is Jennifer Roberts, and she has quite a story to share with you. So welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So one of our newest favorite questions on the podcast lately is what made you want to be on our podcast? What made you want to share your story?
I just wanted to share my story and let people know that no matter what they've been through, there's always recovery. It is possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's just go ahead and get into it. When did you first experience or have effects from addiction?
I've had effects of addiction my whole life. Growing up, my father was an addict, so that affected my childhood and everything. I never thought I would be an addict growing up that way, but unfortunately, life happened, and I went down that road.
So what did you experience with your father, if you don't mind us asking?
He was an alcoholic my whole entire life, and then he eventually got in so much trouble that he couldn't drink anymore, so he turned to drugs.
Wow.
He did it all. We ended up losing him to an overdose in 2017.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. It definitely shaped my life, so...
Do you know, by any chance, do you know what he was struggling with that led him to those type of bad choices?
He lost his mom to suicide when he was 12 years old, and he found her, so he started drinking around that time. He never could forgive himself, I don't think. It was just a lot for him to live with.
Yeah. Okay.
And his dad was an alcoholic, too, so that didn't help.
Right, right. So monkey see, monkey do, almost, for lack of better words.
Yes, yeah.
That this is how we cope with our feelings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So just kind of take us off from there. I know in your biography you had talked about how you had experienced addiction secondhand. So that would be, experiencing it, having the effects from your dad's addiction. Can you move us forward and kind of share how your personal experience had started?
Well, like I said, my dad was an addict. So when I had kids, I was a great mom. I was there for them. I was always so afraid that I would be like him. So, but once my kids graduated and got out of the house, my daughter was almost murdered, and I had a fire that we lost everything in, and I ended up homeless. And for lack of better words, I turned to addiction. I felt like God hated me. I questioned him a lot, and I tried to numb the pain with drugs and try to see what was so important about it, or, what my dad saw in it. And it never seemed to help me the way that it helped him. I still felt everything, but...
But they helped you put on a mask, per se?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So everything was fine.
Right. It gave me something to do other than feel sorry for myself, I guess. And I felt like I had friends, and it was just not a good place to be.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So whenever your daughter went through this traumatic experience, that had to have been a lot for you to experience as well, even secondhand.
Oh, yeah.
With that.
Yeah, she had graduated a year early from high school and was getting ready to start Ball State, and her boyfriend threw her into a train, and it completely changed her. She wasn't able to go to Ball State. She started it, but her short-term memory was affected. So seeing her struggle, it sent her down that path of addiction too. So,
oh, no.
But she's 10 years, or I'm sorry, a year clean now.
Wow.
So she's got a month under me.
That's
So,
exciting.
yes, yes.
So can you share, how did you start your addiction? Not your start your addiction. How did you start your recovery journey?
Well, I had overdosed probably 14 times, and the last couple times I was mad when I was revived, and something just clicked in my head, and I knew it wasn't what I wanted. And I put myself into detox. I ended up going twice. I wasn't working on my mental health when I was getting out, so um, I went a third time, and unfortunately, I was worried about my dog more than I was my recovery, and ended up relapsing again, and got in a little trouble with the law, and maybe that was what I needed.
Okay.
So since I've been out of jail, I've focused on my mental health and my recovery, put it first,
Right.
and God, and I definitely put God first, and that's helped a lot too. So
Yeah. So, how do you think that I guess what was your wake up, your your lights on moment, your wake up call? Was it
it was the
the
overdoses
the
for sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I just can't, like, I'm trying to imagine and I'm struggling some, you know what I mean? I guess just to do you think that you just didn't really care? Were you trying to?
I think I was scared that I would lose my daughter the way I lost my dad,
Okay.
and I think maybe I wanted to go first. I never seen recovery firsthand,
Yeah.
so um, it's something that I really wanted to achieve. When I put my mind to it, I finally did it. So
Whenever you saw, so you have seen recovery firsthand though?
no,
Since then? No?
oh yeah, with me and my daughter.
Okay, good.
So yeah,
Good. So
and
firsthand. Um, what was it like to see somebody else in recovery and you're like, man, that's where I want to do that.
oh, it was amazing to see my friends that I knew in addiction that got clean. So that
Absolutely.
definitely gave me hope. Going to meetings now, I get to see that too. And just to see the change that people make when they're in recovery, it's like black and white,
Yes.
night and day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whenever you put it's just one of the most beautiful things to watch people put their mind to something, especially something positive, and then actually just take all of those steps to
Yes.
accomplish that.
Yes, it is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Um, so can you share with us, do you feel like mental health and addiction go hand in hand?
I really do. Yes. I know my mental health, it was undiagnosed for so long. I always thought I was bipolar, and I'd bring it up to my doctors and stuff, and they would immediately shut it down. And so finding out that I had BPD and seeing the symptoms, and just knowing that there's not something wrong with me, that it is my mental health.
What was that acronym that you said?
It's BPD, borderline personality disorder.
And can you tell us just some of the symptoms?
Some of the symptoms is just your thoughts. They're just really protruding. You feel like a failure. You feel like you've let everybody down.
Yeah.
You want to hurt yourself. You want to hurt others. And it's just extreme highs and lows. That's why I always thought I was bipolar. And
Yeah.
but yeah, just knowing that that it was mental health, and that I'm really not such a failure, and that it can be treated, with
Yeah.
therapy and medicine. And it made me see, I guess, the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes. Good.
But if I'd known that and been able to treat it earlier, then maybe I wouldn't have went so far with my addiction. And
Right. I think that that's a good question for everybody that has really struggled with addiction is what was it like mental health? Why was there a mental health issue that
right,
we were trying to mask with negative behaviors?
right, yeah, I
So,
think that probably affects a lot of people and causes addiction.
yeah, absolutely. Can you tell me what do you think did you have a rock bottom?
My rock bottom was almost losing my daughter and losing everything and turning to drugs, being homeless, not feeling like I had anybody or a reason to live, I
Yeah.
guess. So
Absolutely. Do you think that that came gradually or
I feel
quickly?
I feel like it came pretty quickly, and instead of dealing with it, I did all the wrong things.
Yeah.
Trying to do drugs was the only thing that I was doing differently, and I really needed to change that. I think that God was trying to show me that it wasn't the life that He had for me. That's why I was overdosing, but
Yeah.
He was trying to show me that it's not my time and that He had a reason, a future for me. So,
Yes, that's most likely why you survived, right?
yes,
Because you
absolutely.
do have purpose.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So throughout everything, what do you think was the glue that kind of held you together?
Definitely my faith in God, and my kids. Watching them, I have 3 amazing girls, and they're definitely a good reason to live for. And when I tried to go into detox that first time, I had a dog and I didn't have anybody to keep her. So that gave me a reason to get clean too. It made me realize I needed to straighten up, even for my dog.
Yeah, absolutely. Which a lot of people treat their pets like family,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They're their babies.
Yeah, a lot of times she was all I felt like I had too. I mean,
Yeah.
I was never alone. She was always there with me, no matter where I was or what I was doing.
So can you explain to us what is it like whenever you go into detox?
Um,
So you
well,
walk into the building, right?
yes, yeah.
And then what? Do
There's pretty much just nurses stations. They don't do any kind of therapy or anything. They just medicate you. I felt like a zombie in detox. So,
Yeah.
and they shut me out the door after 4 days.
Oh, wow.
So it's just about getting you medically detoxed. It's completely different than rehab.
Oh my goodness.
It's nice because you don't have the withdrawal symptoms.
Right.
It makes it easier, but it's that people definitely need more than that to be able to stay
Right.
on the road to recovery.
So you walk out clean,
Right.
right? So not under the influence of any kind of drugs.
Right.
And then you're just
You're stuck
that's
with no
it?
resources. Yeah.
Wow.
It's on you to get meetings and to get into therapy and
Wow. Okay. And so whenever you go in, are you allowed to have your phone? Are you allowed to have
no
no contact?
no contact, no visits.
What do you
can-
think about? Do you think that that's good?
I mean, it's good because like people that are doing fentanyl and stuff, the hardest part of getting off of it is going through the withdrawals.
Yeah,
But it's more important to have a backup plan
absolutely.
because in a way, it makes it easier to relapse because you can just go back and they can medically detox you. So if you're really
Yeah.
wanting on the road to recovery, you got to have a backup plan when you get out of there.
Absolutely. Or go, I don't know. I guess I didn't realize that they have places where you can just detox and then not continue on to treatment.
Yeah. Yeah. Where I went, they, like I said, after 4 days, I was like, oh, I don't think I'm ready. And they still just,
Oh,
they
my
do send you out with
goodness.
the prescription of Subutex or Suboxone.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, they push you out the door.
Right. Wow. Wow. That's
Right.
crazy.
It's a blessing and a curse, I guess. So
So, for anybody that is thinking about going into detox, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to definitely have a backup plan that rehab is the way to go. Rehab really gives you the tools that you need to be successful in your recovery.
Yeah.
Don't just leave there like I did the first time thinking that I'm clean now, I can do it on my own. Because I definitely failed within a month that first time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we get some sort of false sense of confidence like, oh, this is how this is supposed to go. I could do this.
Right. Yeah, no. When you're in addiction, it really rewires your brain and
Yeah.
it really changes the way you think. You're happy because you are clean and you're not dependent on it, but you're not taking care of the underlining causes to it. So
Right.
it's hard to be successful if you don't follow through with rehab or therapy or, whatever's, if you got to deal with the underlying problem.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So can you give us share just a couple things like that you've been personally working on since starting your recovery journey?
I have worked on my mental health. I see a therapist every other week. I've had a peer coach every other week.
Wonderful.
I stay on my Vivitrol shot, and I'm working on my nonprofit so I can help other people.
Yes,
Gives
absolutely.
me meaning.
And so I want to talk about that. But first, really quick, because you had talked about a peer coach. And
Yes.
some people are like, peer coaches don't really believe in a peer coach's position and its effectiveness. Can you kind of share your experience with your peer coach?
I love my peer coach. She's somebody that I'm comfortable to talk to. She's been through the same addiction that I have, and just seeing her and how good she's doing, it's really inspiring to me. So
Wonderful.
I'm actually going to go into training October 4th to be a peer coach myself. So
That's exciting.
yes,
That's exciting. The recovery community needs you.
thank you.
Needs you. Absolutely. Yes. So yeah, can you share with us about your nonprofit? And I know in your bio you had wrote about how you're turning your pain into purpose. So can you share about that?
Yes, like I said, when I needed treatment, I didn't have anybody to keep my dog. It was the biggest obstacle I had to get treatment. And then when I was in treatment, I was worried about her. So
Yeah.
it got put on my heart to open up a place to keep people's pets for them. It's called Positive Recovery Pet Care Incorporated. And we're just going to enable individuals to get their life-saving treatment by providing caring and compassionate care for their pets.
I think that that's really wonderful.
Yes.
Really wonderful. I think it's interesting how we can see things, how life is all about perception, right?
Yes.
Some people see it as, oh, well, that's self-sabotage because you're not going to try to fix your life because your pet doesn't have somewhere to go. And I think that other people see it as, that's my child.
Yes. I mean, and
So,
one of my friends said it best recently that, that pet may be the reason why they didn't take their life the day before. They who's going to feed them, who's going to care for them. And
yes,
it's sometimes it's all you have when you're in addiction.
absolutely.
And so, yeah, I definitely think that it's a good thing, and I'll be able to help people overcome that obstacle, and more people will be able to get treatment.
I think that's a really exciting that you are doing this because, I mean, our animals, what do we talk about whenever we talk about animals in therapy, right?
Yep.
It's good to equestrian, to ride horses, and it's good to have a dog or a cat. And so I think it's interesting how in some ways we're like, oh, animals are great. You should use them for therapy and this and that. But then whenever it comes to them being an obstacle, oh, we should just ditch them.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I never understood that. So
Yeah, I don't know. This just isn't interesting.
I guess it's one of those, if you know, you know.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And I think that now with knowing that you're getting this nonprofit going and being able to have somebody that, I mean, because I do my best to help get individuals connected to treatment. And now I just feel like this is one of those boxes that we can easily help them check off, that it's like, yep, your dog will be safe, or yep, your cat is going to be loved and still be here for you whenever you get out.
Yes, people's already reaching out through Clean Slate and through my group page.
Yeah.
People's already trying to
get it going.
to get it going. Yeah, I can't
Wow.
wait to get the doors open so I don't have to tell anybody no.
Right. So where are you at now? What are your steps? What you got going on with that?
I'm ready for our first board meeting. We're incorporated through the state. We've got our nonprofit status already, and we're just waiting on this first board meeting so
that is
we can
so
start writing
exciting.
some grants and find a place and get the doors open.
Yes, yes. So with that, I know that with addiction that there's times where we can get addicted to some form of instant gratification, right?
Right.
And so, I mean, with this is going to be a big accomplishment for you.
Yes, it is.
Have you been able to pull the reins back on yourself from just charging forward and doing, you know what I mean, how we get so excited
Oh,
about
yeah.
getting something going, and then next thing you know, you're jumping in with both feet, and you forgot your life jacket, you
Right.
know?
Right. I held off for a while, made sure my mental health was right. But it does feel like ever since I took that first step that I leaped in. So
Yes.
it's exciting. It's scary. I've never done anything like this before, but
Right.
I've got together a really strong board, so I feel like it's going to be successful.
Yes. That's wonderful. Wonderful.
I feel like God is leading it the whole way. I mean, He's opening up doors, and
That's exciting.
He's going to make it successful.
And so let's say that I'm a struggler and I have a pet and you are open. Do you have any idea of what that would look like? My services, how I would compensation.
I'm gonna have it every rehab, every clean slates promoting it.
Yeah.
Therapist, I'm gonna make sure that all the therapy places around have that information.
Yes.
Meetings, I'm gonna have flyers up at meetings. So I'm gonna make it as easy as possible to know. I know that I'm called everywhere when I need a treatment, looking
Yeah.
for somebody to help me. And I hope that when somebody is ready for treatment, that they only have to make one phone call.
Yeah.
And peer coaches, I'm going to have it spread out so everybody knows where to refer somebody with a pet.
I'm excited. That's awesome. So if I had a snake, would you take my snake?
I absolutely would.
Okay. That's
Yes,
interesting.
Yes,
That's
I
so
hope
cool.
that I'm on a big farm, and if somebody's got donkeys that they need me to keep, I can. I definitely do not want to tell anybody no. So.
Right. Right. So, was it a dog that you had?
Yes, I had a little dog.
And what did it mean to you to be able to keep her and within your possession? Not necessarily within your physical possession, but what
Right.
did it mean to be able to have a safe place for her to keep her in your life?
Oh, it meant everything, and I feel like my recovery relied on that too. If something would have happened to her when I was in rehab and I got out, I don't think that I would have been successful in my
Right.
recovery. So
Right. Because it just would have been another loss of somebody that's very close to you.
yes.
Yeah. So I think that it's awesome the way that you chose to turn your pain into purpose. So did this idea for your nonprofit just come up one day, or
Like I said, it was my own experience making those phone calls, trying to find somebody to keep her so I could go get the help I needed, and not really having anybody, or if you have to surrender your pets to them and you don't know if somebody comes along wants to adopt them, then
Yeah.
they're, that's what they do. So
Yeah.
it was just a risk I wasn't willing to take.
Right. So had there been times where you were going to go to treatment but didn't have a place for her, so you didn't go?
Oh, yeah. I overdosed twice, in fact, trying to find somebody to keep her for me. And I eventually just had to pretty much beg one of my daughters to keep her and let her know what was going on.
Yeah.
And
So how have your daughters been? So you said that you had 3?
I have 3 daughters, yes.
And one of them has experienced addiction firsthand.
Yes.
How are the other 2?
Oh, they're awesome. My oldest daughter's an RN. She's in behavioral health.
wonderful.
So, and she's a pet lover. She's actually helping me out with the nonprofit. So
That's exciting.
yes, it is. It's awesome seeing her work with us, and just when we reach a goal, when we got incorporated, and it's the little celebrations that we
Yes.
can do together. It's awesome. And my middle daughter, she loves her job. She works at Minnetrista. She's getting ready to start school to be a dental assistant.
That's cool.
Yes.
So did they ever mess around or fall into addiction themselves?
No.
So did they have a lot of confusion when you and little sister experience or were going through these struggling times?
Well, I don't think we didn't have it in our face. So I don't think that they knew that we were as bad as we were.
Okay.
We tried to hide it. We were
Of
pretty,
course.
not really proud. And I think they were pretty upset, when they found out. So,
Disappointed,
oh,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
probably for sure.
scared,
I can
worried.
imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then with this move towards recovery now, has that really helped heal any kind of damage that was experienced from
Oh,
that?
yeah, we're all a lot closer now. We do stuff together all the time.
Wonderful.
I know it's made me appreciate them more. It makes me want to be a better person. I never wanted them to deal with what I dealt with, with
Yeah.
my dad growing up. So,
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And so do you feel like, I don't know, I just think that it's so cool that your oldest daughter is an RN and in behavioral health.
yes.
I think that um that she would be a great assistant with everything that you got going on with the nonprofit.
Yes.
So that's exciting. I
Yes.
think all of it, and it can be a family, achievement.
Oh, yeah. All my kids love animals, so they're all going to volunteer and help out. So,
Wonderful, wonderful. And so, you said that one of the things that had really kind of helped you realize that you needed recovery and wanted to live was overdosing.
yes.
Could you explain to us what overdosing is like?
Well, honestly, it's like nothingness. It's like peace. And then when you come out of it, it's
What is that like? Yeah.
well, I was so troubled and hurting so much, and getting high, and that kind of numbed it a lot. But I just remember that when I would come out of it, that I just remember being at peace. So,
So then you're coming out combative
yeah,
because
and
you was at peace.
right,
Okay.
right,
Okay. I think that, with Narcan being possibly considered controversial, right?
yes,
That, I don't know. I guess that's just kind of something that I wanted to explore more just because there's some people that haven't experienced that. And then those same people also have opinions on whether they think that EMTs should have Narcan
oh yes,
on hand or not.
I think that everybody in addiction should have Narcan. It's definitely a lifesaver. And even though the person may not appreciate it at the time, it's needed. And you should not. You should at least be a responsible addict if you're using that stuff, and never leave your friend if they're overdosing.
Yeah.
Always administer that. Call 911, and then leave if you are afraid to be there when they get there.
Yeah.
I definitely am a big supporter of Narcan. I have some in my purse right now, and I'm not even around addicts. But
Right.
like I explained to my mom, you never know when you're going to be in the line at McDonald's and somebody might be in the parking lot overdosing.
Yes.
And everybody has a mom, a sister, a brother, and
Yes.
the people that care for addicts are affected a lot too. So
It's interesting how we as people get these opinions that we think are so real. Like, oh, well, they're just a drug addict.
right,
They-
they don't deserve.
They don't deserve a 10th chance, right?
Right.
And it's funny how quick that'll change if that was your
loved
daughter
one. Yes.
or your son,
Yes.
So I just think that that's interesting. And I guess I just wanted to try my best to help shine some light on that, on if we could just look at people as if they were our loved one and then
Right.
try to understand before we form our opinion and
Right.
then put it on the internet.
Yeah, and you never know what that person's been through, what
Absolutely.
caused it. So, I mean, sympathy, and it's definitely the better way to be. I can't stand when people say it's not a disease and that person should have never picked up. I mean, you just never
Yeah.
know. If they was in a car accident, I mean, a lot of people have fentanyl addictions because they was prescribed medicine and they didn't want to get addicted. No addicts ever said that they wanted to be an addict.
Right. Right. How many people do you know that woke up one morning and was like, you know what? I'm just going to make all of my family not trust me.
Right.
So I have no support.
Never, not one.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what do you think, what are your next steps for your nonprofit?
I'm having this board meeting, finding a property. I've got a lead on one, so hopefully I can go check it out soon.
That's exciting.
Yes, it has a modular home on it and a barn that's already set up for kennels.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm praying about that, and hopefully we can have this board meeting and get some grants written out. And,
Yeah,
and-
absolutely.
and get these doors open.
Yes, that's exciting. That is so exciting. So with that, do you think that you'll be ran by volunteers?
I'm hoping so at first. Of course, being a nonprofit, there's we're gonna be making it on grants and
Yeah.
donation and fundraising. So until we can get all that going and get some paid employees, we're
Yeah.
definitely going to be relying a lot on volunteers.
Yeah, absolutely. So is there any way, so if somebody out there listening right now was like, man, I want to help with that. Is there any, do you have contact info that you could share that people could reach out to you, like an email address or something?
Yes, they could actually reach us at contact@positiverecoverypetcareinc.org.
Spell positive for us.
PAWSITIVE. And we also have a business phone number that's 765-755-5515.
And that is if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate.
If you want to help with fundraising or anything,
Yes, absolutely. If you believe in recovery and you want to get involved, definitely call Jennifer because
Yes.
she needs your help.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So I guess we're going to walk towards wrapping it up here.
Okay.
If there's somebody listening right now, like I said, that needs help, that is just looking for some sort of sign that they should go to treatment and that they should start on their recovery journey, what would you say?
I would say if the sun comes up, then that's a good enough sign, and you can do it. Anything is possible. Have faith in God and have faith in yourself, and you can do it. It's worth it. It's totally worth it.
Absolutely. And you are worth it.
Yes, you are.
Yes. So I just want to say thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate your honesty and sharing with us about addiction as well as recovery. I just greatly appreciate your time and being willing to share, as well as if you have a story, have an experience with addiction and recovery, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you, and we would love to help spread the word that, recovery is possible. You can reach us at podcast@ablbh.org. We would love to hear from you. And as Randy Davis would say, stay in the battle. Thank you.